Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the TED Show. I love this guest, a regular featured guest on the TED Show, the one and only Dr. Professor Michael B. Timmons. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
What's up? Yeah, what's up?
Professor Timmons. You are a specialist in all sorts of things, but we're going to talk about aquaculture and all of the stuff that goes along with that, sustainability, fish. We're learning so much as we go, and I'm telling you guys, if you're not on this bandwagon, you're missing out because it is the wave of the future. I just wish it had been the wave of the future earlier than now. So welcome, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Ted. I am honored to be on your show again, and I don't know whether you know, I do kind of enjoy doing this.
I do too. I love it. You've got that's why you're a great instructor. And that's why, people like to listen to you. You make a topic which could be very confusing for most, enjoyable. So that's why I love you educating all of the viewers. All right. So before you get into that, before we take another deeper dive into aquaculture, tell us a little bit about you for those people who don't know.
Yeah. So this is our fourth show. I think.
Yes.
Four. I keep getting critiques from my producer, i.e. my brother. Don't do this and don't do this. And I keep answering. So I think I'm getting a little better, right? So
you have done something and tweaked it every week. So yeah, kudos to you.
So I was telling you, I got a new microphone today, but once I plugged it in, we couldn't hear anything. So.
It's funny because I wish I knew how to tell you because I can't tell you how many times guests actually try to use their new microphone, and it's something about where you plug it in. So you'll figure that out for the next one, I'm sure.
Well, this is a teaching tool because this is kind of like this technology, right? And if you have technology that's so complicated that no one can use it, technology is not very helpful. So
correct.
This is like aquaculture system technology. The simpler that we can make it, the better chance it has of succeeding. So I'm all about simple. Simple. KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
All right, so define aquaculture for them that they don't, a lot of people listen to the show. They know what the word aqua means water. But tell them a little bit about the actual science behind this.
Yeah, so aquaculture, there's two words there, aqua and culture. If I ask you, hey, Ted, what is agriculture?
Farming.
Exactly, right? So agriculture is farming of the
soil, land.
Exactly. So aqua means
farming of the water.
Yes, you got it. That is aquaculture, farming of the water.
I'm paying attention. I don't know.
Like I say, you're my A student.
That's amazing.
Almost all my students get A's because Cornell, I'm from Cornell. You can always tell a man from Cornell, but you can't tell him very much. Right?
Still one of my favorites. But only a man from Cornell can say that.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm actually still teaching as a professor emeritus at Cornell, and I'm teaching aquaculture. And we have we have something that's called capstone design. So a culminating experience. So there are 4 years. They have to do a capstone design project. And so I teach a course remotely to Cornell, and I did something I've always wanted to do. You know what it was?
Tell me.
I gave each student an oral exam.
Ooh.
So, see, some students...
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, some students just don't take tests well, okay? But if I can individually test you, see, I can kind of figure out, what you know and what you don't know, okay?
Good.
So that worked out pretty well. So then there's this TV show. I forget what it's like, Family Feud or something. And then finally, events comes to the lightning round, right? And so they go, Ted, okay, what's a number between 2 and 4? And you go 3. Oh, okay, next question. What color is the sky? Blue. So they call this the lightning round. It's how many things you get right?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this lightning round for me? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, but I did a light. I told the students, right, the review said, I said, we're going to have a lightning round. And they go, oh, you know. So I said, yeah, you know, I don't believe in memorization, but like engineers, basically to be an engineer, you got to be able to use tables. Okay.
Yes.
And so like if you were my boss, right, and you said, okay, Mike, we got a client, you got to design this project, you probably wouldn't tell me, you can't open the book.
Oh, yes, the book. Let's give that front and center. Hold on. I'm a little behind on my cues here. What is that book, Mike?
It is kind of called the Yellow Book because it is yellow. Okay, but the name is Recirculating Aquaculture. And there are the authors. See, I'm an author, right? I'm also the publisher. I'm a capitalist pig. What can I say?
There it is. All right, so tell me about aquaculture because it's farming of the water.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't make any sense to most people, although you've been educating us very well the last couple of weeks. I think it's good we continue to learn and learn maybe some of the uses, why this is important for the neighborhoods and communities locally and globally.
What is this?
That is water.
Very good. Oh, yeah. Could have been vodka, but it's not.
We would have never known.
Okay, so this is water, and in recirculating aquaculture, okay, it uses water to raise fish, right? That's aquaculture, okay. And then I actually have another thing here. So you can't just eat fish, right? You have to eat some vegetables. So we have hydroponics. That's where you grow the plants in water, soilless cultures. Oh, that's hydroponics, right? So we have aquaculture, growing things in the water, right? And so, hey Ted, so here's a fish tank. I'm going to put a fish in there. Oh, there's my fish.
Oh, look at the size of that goldfish, orange fish.
Oh no, it's an orange.
Eyeball.
It's an orange roughy. Can't you see? It's an orange roughy.
Yes, orange roughy. My bad. That's correct.
Okay. So now, what do you and I like to do like 2 or 3 times a day?
I don't know the answer to that. Eat? Okay, good. That's where we're going. Yes.
Right.
Eat.
We eat, right? So my fish are just like that too. See, they like to be fed. Look, I'm feeding them. See, look.
I'm putting you front and center for this, Mike. People gotta see it.
So now we have fed the fish. Okay. We fed the fish.
The orange roughy is now eating.
It's eating. You have to have a little imagination here. You're okay. The fish are eating. And when they eat, what do? They grow a little bit, right? And I'm going to use a really highly technical term. They poop.
There you have it, kids. We're talking about poop at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. Fish poop.
Oh, what happened to my screen?
So what happens to, can you see me?
Oh, we have it. So, I didn't touch my screen quick enough. So now I got to do.
We can see you, Mike, and hear you.
Okay. So, but I like seeing you. It's so nice. Okay. So,
remember, I do this occasionally. You don't do it. I do this.
Yeah. So anyway, so our fish poop, right? So these are new. So to maintain this water quality like this, right? We had to move a lot of water through the fish tank. Okay, a lot of water. Okay, and so conventional fish farming uses a lot of water. And Ted might say, "Well, hey, Dr. T, how much water do they use?" And I'm going, "Whoa, a big amount, right?" And so I'll say, if I use the principles in my yellow book, okay, I will use 1/5000th of the water that conventional fish farming would use. And Ted would go, "Whoa!" Right? I go, "Yeah, we use almost no water to raise our fish." And Ted would go, "Whoa, that is really cool." But so a little bit of water, and so A little bit of water, and
He's
okay.
making experiments there, guys. You
Making
still with us, Mike?
experiments. Okay. I'm back. See, I had to touch the thing. I had to touch my computer. I'm back. I like seeing you.
You never left, by the way. We can hear you and see you while you're doing that.
I know. I figured out. I was trying to be careful not to like pick my nose. Okay. Okay. So
All right.
so back to the science. Okay, this is serious, right? Okay, most of what you feed the fish turns into a waste load on the water column. Okay, and we have to move water through there so that the fish are happy. Okay, because they have to have good water quality, like the Atlanta Aquarium or something, right? Okay, so there's all those nutrients. Wow. If we said to the plants that are hydroponically grown, hey, wouldn't you like to have natural organic nutrients? And they'll go, yes, Dr. Timmons, we would like to have natural organic.
I like the plant's voice. It's very good.
Oh, yeah, it's very happy. Happy plant. So we go, oh, have we got the deal for you? We're going to give you nutrients from the fish. And they go, wow, this is great. So we will give them nutrients from the fish, and then all the nutrients that the plants need come from the fish.
Wow.
So this is called a more sustainable system.
Why is that? Why is that important from a perspective of feeding people and getting good food out to people? Why is this even a big deal? Are we running out of land? Is it better for the environment? What are some of the uses for this? Why is it important?
Well, I called my real estate agent the other day, Kyle Von Coburn, and I said, hey, Kyle, can you give me some really high productive land so I can go grow some crops and I don't want to pay anything? I got news for you, Dr. Timmons. All the good land is taken up. I go, really? So I said, Kyle, we got a problem. There's going to be 2 billion more people to feed in the next 30 years. How are we going to feed these people? And I go, hey, I know. Aquaponics. And why is that, Dr. Timmons? I said,
yes, why is that?
Because we can capture all the nutrients that we feed the fish, the ones that they don't assimilate into protein that we can eat. We can give those nutrients to the plants, and then the plants are really happy. And they assimilate those nutrients so that those nutrients are not discharged into the canals, and all the canals lead to the lagoon, and the lagoon leads to the ocean. And so that's a pollutant load that we can eliminate. And so our farm called...
Oh, hold on. I don't know if they can see it. Here we go. Atlantic Pacific Jade. Food for life.
Food for life, right. So Atlantic Pacific Jade is partnering with Real Second Chance and some other Orlando-based companies into APJ Plus, PLUS. We're very inventive, right? APJ plus these other companies. Let's just call it APJ Plus. And so APJ Plus, we are going to provide organically produced seafood and veggies to the Orlando community. In fact, it's going into a project called the Paramore Project, which is right across the street from the soccer stadium. So you can go watch soccer and then you can come over and eat organic food. How much better does it get?
Why is that important for? Well, I'll tell you why I think it's important. Paramore, for example, is we're downtown city, and there aren't a lot of opportunities in that particular district or neighborhood for grocery stores for whatever reason. There's a lot of different extenuating circumstances that, but they don't have a place to go in that area to get fresh anything. They have to travel outside, and for a lot of people, that's not necessarily the easiest thing for them to do, given where they live and socioeconomic. And so it's so important that we have places like this that can bring them the fresh food, that can bring them the fresh seafood. That's one of the things.
Okay. So Professor Timmons is going to ask student Ted a question. What is a desert?
A desert. Well, I did learn that desert has one S because dessert has two because you want two helpings.
No, this is a desert, like with.
But a desert is, I think it's all sand. Immediately, that's what I think of. Desert is sand and hot.
Is there a lot of food out there in the desert?
No, none whatsoever, unless you come up to your mirage.
So there's a term that was introduced, not that long ago, maybe like last 10 years, called food deserts. And so
yes,
people like in Paramore would be they live in a food desert because it's not easy to get from where they're living over to get healthy food.
correct.
So they live in a food desert. So APJ Plus is addressing that problem. So we will be giving them access to healthy food in their community. But it gets better than that, Ted. You know why it gets better?
Why is it better? And wait, there's more.
Yes, we don't give anything. Okay, we create jobs for the food desert, i.e., Paramore, and these jobs are a whole wide range of skill levels. They're from the very rudimentary, which might be appropriate for a challenged person that gives them a meaningful job. And then it might be a super computer science kind of person that is controlling the production system through the cloud. I mean, like stuff I don't understand, right? So all levels of job skills are required in this particular project. So this can employ a lot of people.
It has a positive impact on the community itself, which has a rippling effect on the positive impact it has further reaching bigger communities, Central Florida, for example. When you impact a community like that, I know for a fact that everyone benefits. It's not just that community. Kids are healthier, people are healthier. Job creation is so important. And all that does is it's positive for our society and the growth that we want. So
I think you might be able to say, "Oh, make Orlando better."
Oh, make Orlando better. I like make Orlando better. But you're right. I mean, it's such a cool concept that I think people just have a hard time wrapping their heads around until they actually see it. So we've run out of time because we talk a lot, Mike, and I love it. I could talk to you for hours, but tell them where they can reach you the best way so they can find out more about your book and what you do and aquaculture and all of that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So APJ.Plus.com. That actually has a website that will tell you about the big project. And then I love getting emails and text messages. So my text message is, or my phone, area code 607-227-5638. That's the easy way. And then, yes. Oh, this is my favorite. Look at this, Ted.
Ooh, what's that?
What's that? This is the only fair trade scallops available in the whole United States, and I sell it on my website called ProfessorT.Fish.
Yes, and that's scrolling across the bottom too.
There we go, and that has my 10 commandments. And among those 10 commandments is I treat you like family. And here's the key. If I would not feed it to my grandchildren, I will not sell it to you.
Love it.
But these,
you heard it there first, Professor T.
These are so good. We had them for Easter.
I got to try them.
Scallops with bacon in the broiler.
Making me hungry.
Oh, it's only 10 o'clock.
All right, Professor Timmons, you're a joy. You guys reach out to him, ProfessorT.Fish or APJ.Farm or TEDsCommunity.com. We've got all of it there, all of Mike's contact information. You can reach out. Thank you for educating us today, Dr. Timmons. That was awesome.
Thank you, Ted. I really do appreciate being with
I love it. See, he's become a natural, guys. So give him some kudos. We'll see you guys next week.